Hey guys, welcome back to Mordor. Before we do anything else, first off, I just want to point out that we are making nearly nothing per turn. We're making 300 gold per turn, so that means we're going to have to put a stop on recruitment for a little while here until we perhaps capture Albor, which unfortunately seems to have some sort of garrison scripts going on as a huge amount, well, not a huge amount, but a significant amount of units have just suddenly appeared in the city. It's all infantry, all heavy infantry, so we'll actually have to fight that battle manually, perhaps. We'll take a look at the balance of power before any decision is made. For the time being, we will leave these units here for now. I don't know if we want to retrain them. We might need the gold somewhere else. As you can see, each unit costs like 400 gold to retrain. I also decided that we need to build another troll cage, so I've built one, or have started building one, in the Black Gate, as currently our only troll facilities, our only troll convention centers are actually these troll training grounds in Barad-dûr, and that means that we're waiting like 20 turns until we get more trolls. So pretty much, I checked off camera, but pretty much every settlement in Mordor will at some point, if it grows big enough, be able to build troll cages. For example, Nurnen can build some. I know Mount Doomington can build some. Durthang is very nearly ready to upgrade, so I've got that. Well, the taxes are a normal tax rate, as Durthang is, well, it's a castle. You can't adjust the taxes. Little Marshwall is also, well, it's nowhere near upgrading, but we're going to try to speed up that process by lowering the taxes there, which is probably part of the reason why we are so poor at the moment, is because I have adjusted some taxes throughout our empire. I decided to adjust the taxes in Pelargir because we are just 1,000 people away from upgrading Pelargir as well. Unfortunately, our population growth in Pelargir is 0% right now. We actually need to find and build something that will increase our population growth, such as perhaps some great markets? No, I don't think any of these actually will affect our population growth. Perhaps this commander's... no. I don't think we'll act... oh, there we go. This prison will actually increase population growth, but that is 10,000 gold coins to build, so that is going to be quite a ways down the line. Alternatively, I could get a really good governor in here. Well, I say I could, but I don't think that's going to happen, because orcs are terrible administrators. They just come in and, I don't know, shit all over everything. Quite literally, they just sit down in their chairs and away they go. That was the sound of his ass just ripping in two as he just laid down a massive log. Anyway, I have the taxes cranked down in Pelargir, as I'm going to try to staunch the negative flow of population growth. People are dying all over the place, in the streets even, especially in Arnak as well. I've got taxes so high that people, well, they're forced to hand over their money, and then they take like 2 steps away and then they have a heart attack because the stress is too much. It's too much for people. They cannot manage those taxes. But Arnak I don't really care about, as it is like 15,000 people away from upgrading, so it's not going to happen. We're not going to upgrade that ever, pretty much. Same with East Gileath. It is like fucking 20,000 people away from upgrading, so that's why I've got the taxes there incredibly high. West Gileath, we're not really concerned about that either. Pretty much nothing worthwhile is going to upgrade for quite a long time. What do we need to do? We need to move some of our reinforcements to the front lines for Hormarath, of course. We've got our Oligai, led by Captain Sauron, heading back to Barad-dûr to train, or retrain rather, at some point, if at all possible. We've got a candidate for adoption, and it's Leguf the Honest trying to adopt Ugmaz. We're not interested. Sorry about it. Turn him away at the doors. Our assassin, named Muzzlug, has been blocked in Gondor because there's Haradrim just gumming up the works. They're camping out like on the roads. Not even off to the side of the roads, like in the ditches or anything. They have actually just formed massive camps on the dirt roads. And actually, that's quite annoying because you're trying to get by them, and of course you're, you know, kicking over their pots and pans, and, well, they don't really enjoy that. Captain Wilfred is blocking Radthak from his administrative duties in Dunharrow, which is quite awkward for everyone. You know, it's kind of that thing where you try to go left and the other person goes left and you go right. They also go right. Like, you just end up bumping into each other and bumping uglies. Well, no, that's not really what happens. But anyway, we've got Lugbag checking out the Hornburg. And here we go. It's just garrisoned by a single man, Erkenbrand, who is 72 years old. He is the last man standing in the Hornburg. And I think he's actually like the watcher on the wall, pretty much, of Hornburg. We're not going to get an Assassin's Guild, first off. We don't need that. We're falling in all regards, it seems, and we have recruited some garrison units in Nurnen just to ease up tensions there. Unfortunately, we can not crank taxes up. Same in Arnak. We recruited some Orc Raiders to send to Minas Tirith, and there we go. Arnak is garrisoned by a few units, and it's going to be a while until we can retrain that Orc band. 10 turns. My goodness. Our culture is 56% in Arnak, not bad. Pelargir, likewise, I think the culture is, well, it's 46%. Not the greatest, but it will get better at some point. I don't know when. Honestly, I do not know when. But anyway, we've got Hormwrath of Deer outside of Minas Tirith, and he is going to receive a few more units, and then he's going to march. I don't know. I don't really know where to send Hormwrath. I'm not sure at all. Likewise, Dwarf Wa. Where am I going to send that fucking guy? I don't know. We're going to put these reinforcement units in Thornburg for now to see off Horse of the Cruel if he gets any ideas. We're going to get Dwarf Wa. I think, honestly, we're going to march north and try to take Dol Guldur back. As it is only garrisoned by 2 units, but if I remember correctly, Dol Guldur has garrison scripts, so we're probably going to have to contend with that at some point. Luckily for us, Dorovois has a huge army, a pretty sweet fucking army, and then we can send Hormwrath to guard the north whilst he, well, I say north, but really it's like the Midlands of Mordor at this point. He can hang around Malgalad and wait for the Rohirrim to try to take over our lands. He's got quite a large patrol area from Thornburg down to our fort. I wish we could name this fort. I don't have a name for this fort other than Fort Details. Why don't we just call it Fort Details, because that is quite a name. Okay, so he's got a patrol all the way from Fort Details up to Thornburg, and I don't know if he can do it. There is a rather large army in Albor, or not Albor, but Woldburg, my mistake, and they can march south at any point in time, so we need to be aware of that. But anyway, we may as well check out Alberg right now and see what's going on. We are going to assault the place, and I'm hoping that the balance of power is going to be quite in our favor. Then I can just auto-resolve the battle, and we won't have to fight it. So let's see. I'm hoping this goes well. I really have no trust in auto-resolve, which is why I don't use it very often, but we'll try it now. The army strength ratio is 5-3. Which is, that's okay, I would say. Okay, clear victory. We lost 1,000 orcs, and we captured the city by killing pretty much everyone inside. So that's fantastic. We can ransom the Rohirrim, and I think I might actually, because we are going to be hurting for gold in the next few turns. Oh my god, I lost a lot of trolls there, I believe. That was not great. Anyway, we'll ransom these units, and no, never mind, they rejected. So, I guess we'll just garrison Aldburg and begin cleaning the corpses out. Oh man, 2,600 gold from looting, that's fantastic, that's just wonderful. We can repair the walls, which we ought to do right away. We'll repair the barracks as well. Check out Eastfold. Oh, not a whole lot of information. Eastfold is bounded by the Mering Stream, the Entwash, and Snowborn River at the west. It is near the location of the city of Edoras and borders Westfold. Wonderful. Main vegetation, grassland, of course. Special units, Riders of the Fold, Rittermark, Skirmishers, Rittermark, Axemen. Okay. We can probably annihilate these stables, as I would assume they're not giving us anything. Are they giving us any cash flow? Honestly, I don't know. Let's see, 1109. We'll tear it down and get 1,600 gold. My god. Nope, it was not giving us any cash, so that's wonderful. We just got a huge amount of... Well, I wouldn't say huge, but it was a rather large chunk of gold just to tear that thing down. And holy shit, we have paved roads, which we can't really build anywhere else. We've got cattle farming as well as irrigation. My goodness. Are we creating food with this building? Okay, we can't destroy it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Catapults, mines, council chambers, very nice, and then a thieves guild as well. Okay, so Aldburg is a pretty sweet place. Pretty fantastic. We can actually recruit a spy, some diplomats, an assassin, not necessary, but we will crank taxes very high so that the public order is 20%. And then, of course, Aldburg will immediately revolt, and then we'll be forced to flee back to Ministry. No, we won't do that. I'm just kidding. We'll leave taxes at normal until this cultural unrest begins to fall. Some of you have said that of course, yet again, that I'm going to have to move my capital soon. Possibly. Once we begin pushing further into Rohan, we'll have to address it. But as is right now, Dunharrow, our farthest city away from Barad-dûr, is only receiving 25% public order issues from distance to capital, if that makes any sense. So that is to say, it's not a huge issue at this point in time, whereas the public order in, say, Nurnen, which is at 95%, will fucking take a big shit if we were to move the capital from Barad-dûr to what I would assume would be a good choice in Minas Tirith. So that would hurt our holdings in Mordor, but obviously be a boon to our holdings in the west. And that's not so bad, because our holdings in Mordor are pretty much just big buckets of waste. Like, they're hardly worth holding on to, honestly, because we can't upgrade them and they don't really give us much tax. It's kind of a waste of time. But you know what? We'll build a Shrine of Melkor in Albor immediately, just to ensure that the culture begins to go our way pretty soon. Likewise in Dunharrow, as I think Dunharrow actually has, well, garrison quarters. That's not the best, but it also has practice ranges as well as ballistas. So if we're to build this in Dunharrow, then the culture here will be converted a little quicker, and then eventually we can retrain and recruit basic units there if need be. Now, the town in Dredden Forest as well is near, well, I wouldn't say near, but eventually going to upgrade to a large town, so I've got taxes low there as well. Okay, you know what? I think our profits for next turn are going to be like roughly, I would say, 1,000 gold, as we've now captured Aldburg, so that's quite nice. We don't really have to worry about our cash flow for the time being. We'll leave Hormarath where he is for now. We'll take Dwarf Wa, and do I have any additional spies in the north? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's just Gorshag. In the west, we've got Nagmas, who has moved. We've got Luglan, who I think is going to head north to the westernmost coast of Rohan, and then he can keep an eye on all this crap in here. Maybe take a look up near Isengard just to get a good idea of what's going on there. Because last time we saw Orthanc, it was just surrounded by Rohirrim. The faction leader was pretty much holed up in Orthanc, and he was not able to leave. So yeah, we may as well take Dwarf Wa and send him north. Yeah, we'll send him north because I think Thornburg can probably hold its own. Oh shit. Oh, there's brigands in this watchtower, which isn't the best, because Dale could potentially march out of Tirith Thorin and sack Thornburg, and I would not be the wiser until they actually arrive outside of my walls. Not the best. Okay, you know what? I think we can probably just end the turn pretty quickly here. I'm just going to grab these units, send them to Minas Tirith, and then we may as well end the turn. Okay, we are now the largest faction, as apparently we are now larger than Harad, just region-wise, I suppose, and also the most advanced faction, which, of course, is always very confusing to me. Somehow we're making 2,600 gold per turn. I don't really know how that occurred, possibly due to the lowered expenses due to, what's-his-nuts, Eju's army being quite battered. Also, we've now been besieged in Albor, because Captain Freeleaf, who I think we had seen at some point earlier, has just arrived with a massive stack of units from the north. I don't know where he came from. We're gonna get Dawn Death to annihilate Captain Wilfred real quick. There we go. Which is a unit of dismounted Eorid Lancers, and I think that's quite an advanced unit for Rohan. We're going to auto-resolve. There we go. We lost one man, and we will execute them. There we go. There we go. Dawn Death will return to Dunharrow, just because I wanted our spy, Nagmas, to head north, because we need eyes on the lands of Rohan, because I think this army was just spawned out of the Fog of War. I have my suspicions because I don't recall there being that many units. Possibly they marched from Entwade, but I can't be certain. Ideally, Dawn Death would have marched to relieve Adu, but I actually just screwed us over by taking care of that one captain, but that's okay. We've got Radthak heading toward... Oh my god, Radthak, why can you not just walk into Dunharrow? My goodness. You know, we might as well just build a watchtower. No, actually, there's no point, I don't think. Actually, you know, it may actually extend our line of sight. No, that didn't really do anything. What a waste. Anyway, we repaired everything in Aldborg just in time to be besieged, so that's good for us. Oh shit, production, number 1. We are number 1 in production. Very nice. Okay, what else is going on? In Barad-dûr, we've got some units that need retraining. We've got the cash to do so. Also the liquid income to sustain them units when they are up and running. We'll put some of these guys into Minas Tirith for now. Can we retrain these halberds? Yes, we can. We will put taxes very high. Yes, we will. And then I suppose these 2 units can join this army. Oh my god. Good golly. Hormarath of Deer's army is quite elite at this point. We'll give him 2 units of halberds as well as... do we want 4 units of Uruks in this army, or should we send these to Adu to be reinforcements? You know what, let's send at least one of these units of Uruks up towards Adu to reinforce, as well as this unit of halberds. There we go, and possibly some of these raiders. Does he need any melee infantry? Yes, he does. He is in quite in need of melee infantry. His spear units are not bad. Okay, you know what? We could take some of these raiders as well. We'll actually have to turn taxes, that is, down a little bit. There we go. We'll put these guys in Fort Details and just wait until the siege of Aldborg is resolved, and then we can relieve our friend Adu. We've got 1 unit of Uruks who will join Hormarath, and then we'll wait for these halberds to join Hormarath as well, and then we can pad out Hormarath's army with whatever other garbage we've received. Should we have 2 units of ballista in Hormarath's army? I don't see why not. There we go. Next turn they will arrive. We're sending these Alakai back to Barad-dûr. Perfect. Dor of War, once again, marching up towards Dol Guldur. We want eyes on Dol Guldur before we make any moves, because there could always be like a huge amount of elves just hiding in the trees to ambush and destroy us and pretty much fuck our shit up, but that does not seem to be the case. So Dor of War, your operation is a grow. Operation Overgrowth. Oh, I just impressed myself with that name. Okay, Operation Overgrowth is a go. Dor of War is going to march north and capture Dol Guldur. It appears that our watchtower is now up and running yet again, so we've got eyes on the road to Tirith Thorin, so that's nice. Yeah, so it appears that Runair, as well as Tirith Thorin, are immensely garrisoned by Dale. Weirdly enough, the followers of Melkor are very strong in Runair, so that makes me wonder if it's now owned by Rune, because Tirith Thorin is 88% Northman, and I would assume that is owned by Dale. You know what, if we had some sort of spy or something in the east, I highly suspect that we don't even have like a diplomat. Oh my goodness, I forgot we had a diplomat way the hell over here. Oh shit, let's talk to Isengard. Can we get, do we not even have an alliance with these guys? Really? Honestly, we don't have an alliance or anything? Can we get regular tribute from them? because that would be great. 500 for 5 turns. Demanding. No, they're not interested in that. Okay, let's propose. Accepted. Okay, we got maps from Isengard, and now we are once again allied with Isengard. I don't think... When did we break our alliance? I don't know. Oh, goodness. Golly. Looks like Isengard isn't doing so hot. If we take a look at the map, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regions, it seems. Okay, Orthanc is nicely garrisoned, it seems. They've got a town somewhere. Nope, that's High Elven. They've got a town here. It was hidden in amongst the trees. Dunyaird? I don't know. That seems to be well garrisoned as well. So it seems that they have some troops going for them. Looks like the Free Peoples of Eriador, or Arnor, I should say. They're not doing too bad for themselves either. But anyway, I'm surprised we didn't have an alliance with Isengard already. And where do we send this guy? He is a max skill diplomat. Should we send him to the Free Peoples of Eriador, their capital, which is this right here, in Bree, of course. Where's Hobbiton? There it is. Hello, Hobbiton and the Shire. Mickle Delving. What a place. Okay, should we get some updated maps from the High Elves and Arnor? I think we shall. We'll send him to Bree, and that would be great. We've also got another diplomat in Thornburg. Yeah, okay, it's Ugrat. You know what, let's send Ugrat to Rune to get maps from them as well, and also to make sure that we do currently have an alliance with Rune as well, because that's bizarre. I don't know why we didn't have an alliance with Isengard. I don't know. Can we... No, every fucking turn I do this. Every turn I look at Horse of the Cruel in the hopes that I could kill him, but no. We'll send this guy to penetrate into Elven lands, I suppose, and see if he can assassinate anyone. What other agents do we have? What other tricks do we have up our sleeve? We've got a spy in Gondor heading north. Our spy in Mirkwood, Tarling's Neck. East Emnet is taking a look at Voldburg. We'll keep an eye on them for now. And then, who is this? Kingsland. Okay, yeah, we're good. Alright, I think that's the end of this turn as well. Okay, surprisingly, the Rohirrim lifted the siege of Aldborg, and Captain Freeleaf is actually residing in our watchtower on this river, which is quite weird. Sigbert, who is a family member, apparently, is advancing on Minas Tirith, as well as Leod, who is another general. And I think we'll do the classic thing where we destroy all these guys in the field one at a time via night battles. That'd be great. We're going to put all of these units in Drueden Forest for now, and we'll have to take Hormarath of Deer out to crush these guys. I don't know, should we attack a Jew? Sorry, should we bring a Jew out to attack Captain Freeleaf? Just to keep our supply lines open. Oh, we've got another mini stack as well, moving from Voldburg, which is just garrisoned purely with infantry, so that's not a big deal. Look at that, Radthak has finally arrived in Dunharrow, and once we remove everyone but Radthak, Dunharrow is just gonna lose its shit. Yeah, look at that. Public order, 50%. We can't even improve that public order unless we leave some units behind. So we'll have to just garrison Dondeth in there for a few turns until we get some relieving units, I suppose. Okay, we've built some garrison quarters in Hinethanoon, so we can recruit some Orc Raiders there, which is lovely. Just to alleviate our recruitment supply lines, etc. in the north. And we've built a Shrine of Melkor in Dunharrow, and we are currently building one in Albor. Okay, we've retrained a bunch of units in Barad-dûr, and I would say that these two units, let's see, Thornburg and Dwarvois, quite lacking in proper melee units such as Uruks. They've got a bunch of halberds, and do they have any Morning Guard? They've got one reinforcing unit. Dwarvois has 2 units of Morning Guard, and I think the Western Front has quite a lot of elite Infantry, yes, we are good. So I think what I'll do is I'll grab these 2 units and send them north. But I will grab these halberds, retrain them, and send them probably west along with my Ologhai. There we go. We can retrain these Ologhai for 700 gold, which is not bad. We're still making 2,000 per turn. So we can, if I can remember what I'm doing, retrain these Ologhai. I just noticed as well that there's a bunch of units of Dale heading towards Thornburg, which is a little worrying. I was about to march north and capture Dol Guldur, but I might have to take the War of Law, turn him around, and beat off the Dalish for now. And once they get another peace treaty with us, we can push north. You know what? I'm not seeing any action from the Sylvans right now, and I'm thinking actually what I can do is take Dwar of Wa, destroy these armies of Dale, and capture these cities, and be back for dinner. That is, I can be back before the Sylvans even arrive, because the thing is, the Sylvans have so far to march. Until they arrive in Thornburg, I could always just turn Dwar of Wa around and save the day before they get anywhere near the place. So, you know what? Unfortunately, Operation Overgrowth is going to have to be put on ice for now, I suppose, and then we can begin Operation Marketplace? Operation Marketplace? I don't know. Why not? Why not? Why don't we call it Operation Marketplace? Can we bribe these guys? Possibly?
Be worth our time. No,
they're not interested in that. Okay, anyway, we'll send these guys to check out the town. Tirith Thornton has quite a bit of units around it. Oh my god. Lord Bane. Looks like Russell Crowe in a way, like Russell Crowe's uglier brother, I would say. Is chilling outside of Tirith Thorn, unfortunately, so it looks like it's going to be a tough battle because there's a huge amount of Dalish units to our east, unfortunately. Okay, as for the Rohirrim, we'll have to take a Jew. Well, we might not be able to take a Jew out of Aldborg, as the population might just absolutely lose their they're gonna lose their shit as a result of their main man, a Jew, not being present. But if we leave 1 unit of Orc Band, then we can proceed and hopefully capture, or not capture, but catch Captain Freeleaf in the field and destroy him. Look at that, we've got Hormarath in the east and a Jew in the west, going to create a bit of a pincer movement here, I would say, just to destroy all these stacks of Rohan. Hopefully Aldborg doesn't get besieged by this army in Edoras right away, because I'm not sure if Dondeth can take care of that. At some point, Dondeth is going to ride out and capture Edoras. Just hold your horses. One day it will happen. Don't you worry about a thing. Because Dondeth's going to capture Edoras in time when he's got some units. I originally meant that to be like, don't worry about a thing, that song. You know what I'm talking about? And then it just kind of transformed into another one, and I'm okay with that. And you should be as well. We've got a lot of gold, and I would like to drop even more gold on another troll cage in Minas Morgul. There we go. So therefore we can recruit trolls in Minas Morgul, send them west, recruit trolls in the Black Gate, send them north, and then just recruit trolls in Barad-dûr and send them east down into the very darkest corners of Harad. For no fucking reason. You know what? I think we'll probably end it here. I can't think of anything else that we need to do. For the time being, we can grab some spies, get some idea of what the Rohirrim are doing. We've got a few units in Entwade. Nothing we don't need to... nothing we do need to worry about, that is. Luglan, on the other hand, is going to check out Durwath, as well as... what is this? Adorn, which is lacking in units as well. If we could take Dondeth and maneuver him towards like Pineth Gelen, that would be great actually, because there's no units in any of these cities, and holy shit, Lon Galen is about to be rolled by the Haradrim, which is nice. Unfortunately, we can't leave Dunharrow, as it will be promptly captured by the Rohirrim in Edoras, so that's not great for us. We'll have to stay there for now. But yeah, I think we're going to be having quite a bit of income for the next little while. I haven't really put any orders in for recruitment in a while. Except for these halberds, I suppose. We'll have to send to Hormarath. There we go. So I think we should hold on to that income for a while, and then we can throw down some more buildings. For example, can we build anything in... No. In Athanun, we've just built something. We can't build anything further. Malgalad is barren of buildings. Durthang, on the other hand, is very nearly ready to upgrade, and that will be interesting when the time comes to upgrade it. As for the Black Gate, we can build pretty much everything, actually. The Black Gate is a wonderful place to build barracks and whatnot, as well as East Osgiliath as well. East Osgiliath, we're pretty much able to build all of our barracks buildings, as well as our ranges, our siege buildings, our smithies. Unfortunately, we cannot build any troll cages in East Osgiliath, as it is lacking in trolls via its provincial thingamajig. What would you call this? Regional description? I don't know. Whereas the Black Gate, of course, boom, main vegetation, mountains, special units, trolls. At some point, once we capture Dol Guldur, it also has the ability to build troll cages. We did, in fact, build one before, and we completed it right before it was captured by the damn dirty elves. And I'm pretty sure we'll have to rebuild it when the time comes. But anyway, that's kind of my plan for now. We need to really work on our infrastructure in Mordor itself so we can streamline our reinforcement procedures. Ideally, we would build some recruitment buildings in East Osgiliath as well, as it is one of our larger cities. And you know what? We might as well drop 3,000 gold to build this camp guard for now. And then next turn, we will recoup some of that gold anyway. I'm not really sure. Minas Morgul as well is one of our larger cities, and we can build drill squares and troll cages and all the good shit there as well. But as for now, we'll just stop with the troll cage in Minas Morgul, barracks in East Osgiliath, and once we get another little lump sum built up, we can probably take a look at like Polar Gear or Minas Tirith or whatever. Harnack as well would be a good one. I think, let's see, barracks, no, we're just a little bit short. But you guys get the drift. You get the general idea. So, thank you everyone for watching. I'm going to end it here. Deeply appreciated. Maybe leave a comment about, what do you think about Fort Details? I think that's a fucking fantastic name for Fort Details. What do you think about the campaign right now? Like how the Rohirrim have charged and sallied out towards Minas Tirith yet again, or the goings-on in the north. What do you think about that? Are we right in turning around and attacking Dale? I don't think we have any other choice. But as always, I do appreciate your guys' comments, and more often than not, I respond to them. But anyway, everyone, thank you for watching. I will see you guys when I make my next video. Oh, once again, Q, mash it more. We're being strangled already. Oh, are we being fucking oh my fucking god. This is too much. This is too much, you guys.